G'day. It's the, excuse me, 1st of November 2021. And yesterday was that famous holiday where not many people know what the true roots of it are and what it's about, which is the Halloween. Those who are in the know that the occult, it's the highest day of the year for them. And I thought it was quite interesting. Well, something triggered my mind today when I was watching the news from yesterday about, they said a new strain of instead of saying the Delta goodrum, I'll just go like that, because I think that means that's a symbol for the goodrum. I'll call it the goodrum. Okay, so instead of the Nile Delta, I'll call it the goodrum variant. So the goodrum variant has, there's one of them in New South Wales, Hotel Q, and it's called the Adam Yolanda 4.2, if you know what I mean. A and Y 4.2 is this strain of goodrum. Now, my mind went bang to a video I watched a couple of days back where they were decoding, I think it was a few things actually. It was more of a promo to get you onto Patreon to watch their full decode. And I think that if it's the one I think he is, I think they're shills. I think they're just making coin out of giving away Illuminati info to help with us, with the general population trying to, get it in their heads, these numbers in one way or another. And anyway, I'll put a link to the video. I don't agree with their whole, let's say, look, they come from a black background, a black Israelite background, I think. But anyway, I think that the numbers that they bring up are quite significant. I did a little digging myself on the number 42. But some of the interesting things that came up that they pointed out in this video was that, now I want you to think about this in relation to the fact that Australia said the first case of this goodrum, should call it that, make it even more confusing to people who watch. This new case of the goodrum, well, it came out on October 31st, or Halloween. Oh, notice also the 20 most important world leaders are meeting, is it Copenhagen? I think it's called. Anyway, they started it on this day, and we know that the leaders are all Satanists, so I thought it was quite interesting that this new one came out on Halloween, in particular its implications, because I think when they switch on it's going to be very interesting, because there's a lot of pre-programming for zombies. There's not only that, but the CDC has got a zombie preparedness information thing. The Army is now preparing, the US Army is preparing for that as a scenario. And also, something I'll bring up in a minute, Amazon in its AWS terms and conditions, the Amazon Web Services terms and conditions, even mentions in detail reanimation of corpses and things like that in alignment with how its resources will be used in a case of that. So I think there's going to be some pretty amazing stuff go on with when these get turned on, or maybe they'll even just bring out a new squirt that'll be some mind-eating microbe, which will just make people go nuts. I saw some footage of a guy on a train acting like a rabid dog, actually. Anyway, that was on this video too that I'll drop. So some of the interesting things I thought that came out of it were, just to save you if you don't want to watch a 50-minute video, although I couldn't catch everything, I wrote a few notes down. So why this number 42? Well, apparently it's a very important number in regards to the Kabbalists. They believe that God, whoever God is to them, I think it's the black cube God. Interesting that 42, the magic cube. I don't know, I can't work out. I haven't had an in-depth look into the mathematics of it, but there's a magic cube that I think if you add up all the numbers on a certain side in a certain way, they always come to 42. But so to the Kabbalists, like 42 is the number which God created the universe. There was 42 parts of us. This isn't in the video. This is just other things I brought. I'll talk about what was in the video first, actually. So they show the CDC director says that that the goodrum is the big one, but there's the AY 4.2 she talks of as well. Maybe I gave away too much saying that, and hopefully AI isn't that far ahead that's picking up AY 4.2 yet, so I'll just go with that. Israel's already detected cases of that. What else was in the video? They showed They Walk 2. I thought it was interesting because they didn't bring this up, but the lettering in They Walk 2, the A and the Y and the 2 are all crossed, and the A can be looked at as a 4 as well, so I thought that was quite interesting. So the CDC said it was safe for people to have the second squirt after 42 days. 42 is like a hidden religion symbolistic number for a gateway or portal or door, death to life. If you look at a lot of them are steeped in ancient Hebrew, ancient Egypt, and Osiris there's things to do with him, like he required 42 negative confessions of souls trapped in the underworld to get out. His body was actually cut into 42 pieces by Seth, according to their thing, and distributed throughout all of Egypt. Interesting side note, there was 42 camps that the Israelites stopped in the wilderness before entering into the Promised Land. So this is what I was going to talk about. The Amazon thing that I thought was interesting was, in their terms of conditions, 4.2 in the lumberyard one, there's a section 42.1, acceptable use of the lumberyard, and it, like I said, it goes into like a zombie scenario. Then there was the leaked US Army video where in one of the rooms where they were having a briefing or whatever, the handout they were giving them was a zombie preparedness one. So there's something that's going to be going on with this black liquid driven mind control with the high fives going on as well. So man, I think now that they're saying that it's here, these variants, it's not going to be long before they switch that on. I noticed that they've been putting in all the appropriate towers pretty hurriedly around here that will relay from the big one, not towers, but new sort of relays. I'm not big on that, but I know they're doing some big work around here to get things done. So I think we're going to get our super, what is it, Bill Gates laughing variant soon. Yeah, another thing that I saw in that video was they showed the World War Z zombies, and they're all like jumping Section 42 of the wall in Israel, which I thought was pretty cool. There's lots of pre-programming to do with this zombie stuff, eh? Title 42, COVID restriction lifted to let Haitians into America. So this number 42 seems to be pretty important to them. 42 in binary, I thought something that was interesting to me was that, I don't know if I showed you that COG album, had the pre-programming for all like the riots and stuff like that. And then another COG album is called Just Visiting, and it's got a well on the front. It can almost look like a lyris, but there's a guy falling into a green background, and one of the songs is 101010010101. But it triggered my mind as to what's that about. And 42 in binary code, the sum of it is 101010, and this symbolizes to the occult, the black and the white, the on and off, death, life, binary, duality, evil and good. And so it can represent them for life and death. So just think of all those things when they've got that in mind when they're naming this new goodrum variant. Is there anything else I've written down that's worth noting? No, there's 42 gallons in 1 barrel of US oil. Make of that what you will. I think that was about all. So I'm going to put the news article in the link where they say that the Alpha Yolanda 4.2 is on the loose. And yeah, I'll just link that other one up to you. Like I said, I think they've got another agenda to mix truth with lies, but I think the symbolism is quite interesting. And there's more. If you want to go like I did onto Wikipedia and just have a quick look, 42 is quite a significant number in lots of ways, mathematically, to people religiously, although they don't go into how significant it is to the occult in certain ways, which is understandable, but they do go into it in ancient Egyptian and Hebrew. So yeah, well, they're trying to steal everything that's the truth, so it's not surprising. I think the original Torah was written in 42 lines only, and some of the first Gutenberg Bibles as well. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Links will be below.